Hi, WKING News viewers. I am at the office of our state representative, Mr. Roy Darrell Adams. But remember, I told you guys that I was going to do in town stuff? Well, he's a state representative, but he's also a lot of other things in Jackson. And not a person here does not go to that store. So we're going to talk about the store. He's going to tell you who he is, and that's going to be our Jackson, Louisiana segment for this week.
Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Hi, I'm State Representative Roy Darrell Adams from Jackson, Louisiana. Born and raised here, 65 years old. Family business, been in it. I'm the third generation. Been in it for my life, my whole life. And I've been married for 43 years to my wife, Tanya Adams. Have 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. And I became the state representative 5 years ago here in the East and West Feliciana, and where we want to
go. Okay, so you said that you were third generation. You want to tell them a little bit about who were the generations before you?
My great-grandfather first founded Adams Enterprises. When he died, my dad and my uncle took over, Maurice Adams and Norris Adams. They ran the business, had auto parts in it, mechanic shop, and the grocery store. My dad finally bought my uncle out, did away with the auto parts and the mechanic shop, and just became a grocery store. And I've been there. We had clothes in the grocery store. It was a country Walmart. We had clothes, we had feed, we had hardware, we had everything.
That was before my time.
Inside Adams Enterprises. And we have a laundromat on the side of Adams Enterprises, which is used numerous times every day.
What year was this? When the clothes were there?
Mid-70s.
Okay, I was born in 73. I was just too little to know.
Yes.
Because I actually grew up next to the store at my grandmother's, and the families were and still are very close. So I just wanted to talk to State Representative Roy Darrell Adams so that you guys can know, and he is running again.
Yes.
No, it's not a political platform, but we are on here, and he is State Representative, and he is great.
Yes.
He is great for everybody.
You know,
I promise you, I've went around town talking to people, and nobody has a bad thing to say. Thank y'all so much, and go vote.
That's right. Thanks. Hi, State Representative Roy Adams. When I first ran for office, I entitled East and West Feliciana and part of East Baton Rouge, Highway 64 North and Zachary. Since then, we had redistricting. I lost all of West Feliciana. Now I'm just East Feliciana, and I go into East Baton Rouge, Highway 19, Plank Road, Zachary, Baker, Brownsville, and I end up on Cadillac Street in Glen Oaks, Zion City, they call it. And I'd love your support. I don't know the people. I've been meeting people in Baker, Brownsville, and Zion City. I had Zachary, as I said, and I knew a lot of people there. But now I'm reaching out for the Baker community, Browns. I can't even think of
Brownsville.
Brownsville, yes, in the Zion City area.
Yes.
Thank y'all for your
support. If you watch the show and you are one of the people that are from those areas, please know, great man. You'll be glad that you voted for him.
Yes, and my cell phone number is 225-719-2412. Call me with any questions. Thanks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Not So Ordinary news platform. Also, where we live, laugh, and love. Today, we are actually going to be talking to a young man that does a lot. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to you when he comes on camera and tell you what he does. And of course, we'll ask him what he does to, you know, help with any type of anxieties he may get. Well, we'll ask that last because he's got a lot to share with y'all, and you need to know who he is. We also have in the before part of the episode, before the interview, we'll have State Representative Roy Darrell Adams. Adams Enterprises and Laundry is our support and donor for the week. Last week we had Star AG, and for the lunch, we had Richardson Funeral Home. So um, we're just overwhelmed by the people that are just, they're just wonderful. Since the launch and since last week, we have Miss Sandra Silas and her family. We have Coach O with Coach O Photography, and that's not the correct name. It is graphic something. I love you, Coach. Anyway, we have Coach O's business. We also have Shonda McCockle. She gave twice, so we're going to shout her out again. Richard King and Barbara King gave twice, and my parents and my siblings. Now, whether they have a choice or not, uh, I don't know, but they are always here, and I'm thankful for that. Remember, I told y'all I cannot read and talk because I can't see, but I do need my glasses to see someone else. So let's see. Other than that, what's good with you guys? What's been going on? Make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, share the link with your friends and have them to subscribe so we can get our subscribers up and we can go on to doing a lot more things. Events are coming up. It's football season. And as I told my viewers today by actually typing it out on a post, I never thought I could have two NFL teams because I have my Jaguars, my HBCU, my heart. Well, I have East Feliciana Tigers, my heart as well. I have Southern University Jaguars. I have the LSU Tigers. That's my SEC team. And I have my Saints, my NOLA Saints. However, I have who's just like my nephew, Danny Johnson, who plays with Washington. So now I have two NFL teams. What happens when they play each other? I just split myself in half. Um, and I'm not upset. And whoever comes out on top, I'm not upset. Um, yes, so that part. We should be getting our guest in any minute. What else do I have to say? In the coming weeks, we will be covering some major things, some games like football games. We'll be at our parish homecoming, of course. We will be hanging out with some people that um, are in positions that that they are qualified to be in that help in the area. We'll be stopping by some restaurants and throwing on an apron and going in the kitchen and seeing what we can do. But I don't cook. So maybe I can learn something. Maybe not. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm just super psyched about WKING News's prime time weekly show. You know, a lot of people think that you can't do what you can. I was one of those people. I've been putting this out now for a few years. And then I was like, Keisha, step out on faith and don't be ordinary. Don't be that news station that thinks you have to dot every I and cross every T. Because if you know me, and if you don't, you'll get to know me, my new subscribers. I'm not ordinary. I'm not ordinary. I don't go along to get along. I am just a social butterfly that is here to live, laugh, and love. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if that's not what you're doing, then I really don't want to be a part of it. Everybody can have discrepancies, I know, and that happens. However, no one should always be upset. No one should always be, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. What are you doing? If you're the common denominator, look in the mirror, check yourself. Could be you. And 9 times out of 10, it is you. The only way to get out of that is just to own it and be who you are. And here comes our guest. Here comes our guest. And let's see. Is your camera on? Hi there.
Hi, I'm sorry, my little Todd.
Oh, no. I had to bring my audience in and play around and talk to them a little bit. I
Yeah,
just let them know that I was going to have a young person on here that I wasn't even going to try to
okay,
introduce. I'm getting to know you with them.
right,
So
right.
tell my viewers exactly who you are and all the things that you do.
I'm JayArson. I'm an artist, an entrepreneur, an actor, a father, a man of many hats, a jack of
That's a
all
lot
trades.
of them.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, just trying to make
From
my
the
mark in the
city.
world. Making my mark in the world. That's me.
Okay, so where did this start? Where did you get started? You're from New Orleans, so where did you attend high school?
In the New Orleans area, I graduated high school from a school on the West Bank in Jefferson Parish.
Okay.
John Eric. I graduated from John Eric. I
Mm-hmm.
commuted from Arlene Parish and drove to John Eric because my parents felt like that was a better opportunity to keep me out of trouble, I guess. And they might have been
And,
right, and it was effective. And
well,
after that, I went into the military, Air Force veteran.
thank you for your service.
No problem, man. I did 6 years in the Air Force. Um, was always involved in music, and some people I was started it with was fortunate enough to get like deals. I thought I was gonna come home from the military and just things go through the roof, but it didn't quite work out like that. I actually got in more trouble, a little legal troubles and figuring out life. And
Been there, done that.
yeah, and I decided to first I was funding rappers, and then I was like, well, I'm not gonna do this. This is not gonna last too long. So then I started rapping, and I'm here now. So that's just a brief, like,
Yeah,
timeline of how we got
and
here.
that's what I wanted
Right,
because my platform is based off of not being your ordinary news platform.
right,
It's WKING news, but my main thing is to spread life, laughter, and love.
right,
And I have I've been honored to have a good lineup. And I like the fact that this is just season one of
right,
my primetime weekly show. And I'm
right,
looking for it just to go up, up, up. So share the link and just let people know. I want people
for
to hear
sure,
your story.
for
I
sure.
Arlene Culpepper, the best public relations lady in the
Yeah.
world. Gotta shout her out
Shout out to
every
Arlene.
show.
Big shout out
Gotta
Arlene.
shout her out.
Right,
She was telling me a little bit about it and everything. So the acting thing, when did that
right.
start?
Honestly, the acting thing just really picked up like about 2 years ago.
2 years?
Yeah, like people always like tell me like you got a good look. I could use you in my movies and stuff like that. And I just like just looking distinctive the way I do look. It works in my favor, and it
Hey.
doesn't work in my favor sometimes. But for the acting stuff, it just was the look, like the authenticity of how I talk, how I walk. It's just
Mhm.
like this stuff these people pay actors to learn my like parts of urban culture, because I'm not just gonna say it's a New Orleans thing. It's urban
Right.
culture. Like I embody urban culture. It's not nothing I'm trying to do. Like and it just started off as like, hey man, you a good look, and then like the right person uh presented it to me, and it just gave me an opportunity to grow as a brand outside of rap. I think it was timing because people have been asking me to do this type of stuff, but it was just the right timing, and I'm a little bit more comfortable with it, and
Well, that's good.
I feel good about it. I think great things are gonna happen from it. Got a movie coming out with Cali Ovar, Hood Star Films, called Superish. I'm like the right,
Super-ish.
yeah. I'm like the
Okay. Is
right
it like
hand,
super, like ish, like
like
blackish,
super
brownish?
rich, like
Super
super and
rich.
rich. Yeah,
Okay.
not rich, rich, like RISH. I guess it's like like
Super-ish. Okay.
something. Yeah, and I'm the main character, Ace B47, who actually plays on Sacrifice. He's the black and Chinese guy that's on Sacrifice, that's on BET Plus. I play his right hand man
Okay.
in that movie.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. Like these guys I've been knowing, like I've been seeing them around the city, and like we just connect always. But now it's just like it's time. So I've been doing acting work with Ace, and I got my own movie coming out where my son gets kidnapped, and we are starting the casting call for it next week and auditioning. I still have the audition for my role, so I'm excited about
Even
that. But
as the father. Okay.
yeah, I'm just like I still have the audition for it and everything, but I'm confident that I'm gonna knock it out the park,
Now, does
and
this project have a name?
yeah, by all means necessary. That's the name of that project.
And I gotta guess you're gonna be getting him back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not a spoiler alert. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's not a spoiler
somebody
alert.
kidnaps your son, your child, period. You're gonna do everything you can to get him
Yeah,
back.
I'm definitely gonna get him back, but it's
All
gonna be
right.
a journey. It's the journey within of getting him back that I think the audience is gonna really enjoy.
Hey, I like it. And that will show on
Right.
BET Plus as well.
Nah, I don't know like what exactly we going at with that one. I think that's more like Netflix
Okay.
distributed. Like I think that's more of a situation like that. But hopefully BET Plus, who knows? I don't know what Hood Star Films has up their sleeve. Like I
Hmm.
just go to work
What
and do
what's the
what
name of it?
what I'm asked to do.
What's
Hood
it? Hood
Star
Star?
Films.
Okay. Well, we got to get
Yes,
into the
ma'am.
rap part of this. You got
Yeah.
to tell my people about the rap part.
Right. Kids that got woke up at like 3 in the morning at parties and come dance like Michael Jackson. So entertainment is just something that I always done. And
Can you moonwalk?
for sure,
Go
for
ahead.
sure, for sure. I posted a clip. I was in the middle of a video shoot and I did a moonwalk in the middle of the video shoot, and all my followers was laughing. Like, oh man, he bust that moonwalk smooth. So, I'm just a person that's just always influenced by music. I mean, like my peers were like trying to go practice basketball. I was watching Rum Shaker videos and stuff. So I was watching Uncle Luke and Two Live Crew. I just was always different. Like,
How
as a
old are
kid,
you?
38.
Well, I can see Uncle Luke and Two Live Crew.
Yeah,
Because
for
I mean
sure.
that
I was too
that was
young.
my times, and I'll be
Yeah,
50.
but
But
I mean, I definitely was like in tune to watching what they was doing,
mhm.
and I just knew that that's something that I wanted to do.
But everything has its lane. And that's my thing. I tell people
For
that all
sure.
the time. It's not about, because like I said, I spread life, love, and laughter. But
Right.
having somebody real on here that's doing these things to talk to
Right.
my viewers. And even if it's like, the parent watching it, it's YouTube.
Right.
You can let
Right.
your son go back and watch this and see not only
Right.
are you doing these things, but you also served your country for 6 years.
For sure.
So I
For
mean,
sure.
you've done a
Serve
lot.
my country.
You've done a lot. You're doing a lot.
Right.
Tell them your rap name. Or is this the name you use for everything?
My rap name is JayArson. That's my rap name, and that name came about. I was just It's cliche. My nickname is Jay, childhood nickname, and I
Mhm.
was in a dictionary trying to find something that made sense, and I got the arsonist, and it says someone that set things on fire. And I was like, all right, I
Right.
want to set things on fire when I'm on a microphone. I'm hot,
I like it.
I was influenced by the Hot Boys, so I made that, and then I just kind of stuck with me. I was gonna change my rap name to my real name, which is Justin Paul, and I was just like, all right,
That's
this
what
just
came
don't
up.
roll right.
I saw that come up and I was like, so this must be his real name. So you're
Yeah.
gonna change it?
Now I wanted to at one point, but
Oh,
I just had branded JayArson so well. Justin Paul sound like I'm some kind of pope or something. So whatever. I was just like, cool.
this
I'll
is
just
not
stick
your
with it.
ordinary news platform. And we
Nah.
don't just get out the box or anything, but hey, honesty is
Right.
is I'm here for the honesty. Um,
Right. Right. Right.
so what's coming up? First of all, if you were going to, and I'm going to give everybody that I talk to this opportunity, if
Right.
you had some good advice to give to others on what do you do to protect your peace, like your mental mind?
Um, man, you have to protect my peace personally.
Yeah,
I have to spend time with myself and listen to the creator. You
that's
know,
it.
not that's not it, but it's just like that's the start of like the process and clearing my mind. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
when I slow down and listen to that inner thought that you have, that's God
Hmm.
talking to you.
Right.
When I slow down and listen to God and what God's telling me in my voice, because God don't do business like He did in the Old Testament, whether you Christian or Muslim or whatever you may be.
Right. Right.
God
Right.
not gonna come up to you in a burning bush or a goat band to you what He wants you to do.
Or in this
So
loud voice like people think he
yeah,
does.
it's
No,
gonna
you
be
gotta
it's gonna
listen.
be
You gotta listen for his
yeah,
voice.
gotta listen. So I think I take time to process what's going on, and that's sometimes it's hard to do because just doing so many things. Like I'm a father, like I have my kids with me every day doing stuff with them. Um, it's just hard for me to find that tranquility sometimes to do it, but you got to make time for yourself, and that's the biggest step I could tell somebody to find that peace. You have to spend time with them because you're growing
Mhm.
every day, you're learning every day, and you're changing every day. You're not the same person that you were yesterday because something happened to you. Hopefully, that you learn from that, you alter your behavior from. So, every day,
Come
every
on.
second that we go through in life, your behavior, your pattern should enhance to become the new creature that you're gonna be. You constantly evolving until the day we in the
Yes.
crown. So
Yes.
that's what I try to do. I try to understand that these growing pains are just evolution, kind of like when a moth turns into a butterfly. I can only imagine that's not a it's probably a painful process, wings growing out of you and stuff like that. So
Right. Right.
a lot of times you gotta understand that you're not that larva anymore. You turn into a butterfly. So you think
Right.
these things happening to you is painful, but it's really something that's transformed you into something beautiful. So that's what I could tell somebody.
And it's something that you you have to go through. People fail to realize that um, our lives are predestined, and I
Right,
don't mind going through to get to. And I mean, you've gone through to get to,
right,
but you
for
said
sure.
something that I want to commend you on. I have my kids with me every day.
Right,
That's
for sure.
that's not always the norm.
No.
And I wanted to say that again. So if we have some people watching that don't get that part and don't understand that
Right.
you make these beautiful little people and that you need to be in their lives, even if they
Oh
can't
yeah.
be there every day, even if they can't be like you and be there every day.
Right. For
But
sure.
and you've acknowledged your relationship with the creator.
Right. For sure. I mean,
I mean, that's big. And you've
yeah.
got all these things going on.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna make sure that I drop it in the link. So you make sure you shoot it to me. Get with
I will.
Arlene and shoot it to me, and I'll put everything that you have going on
Right.
in the bio. And just 7 o'clock on Mondays, catch us because I'm grabbing people, and I've been staying in Louisiana,
Right.
and that's a blessing.
Right.
Um, but I know there's a lot. There's a
Right.
lot here. And you are an artist. You're not a
Right.
one hit wonder. You're doing all kinds of
Nah.
things. I wish you the best in
Thank you.
doing everything you're doing. And
Thank you.
may no weapon formed against you prosper.
Thank you.
If today's a bad day, get you some rest. And tomorrow is another day to get it right.
Right. Right. Right. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
I thank you so much for coming on our show,
Right.
JayArson. I kind of like it, especially now that you said that it's because you're gonna set the mic on fire. But you're
Yeah.
setting more
Sure.
than the mic. You're setting more than the mic on fire. You're killing fatherhood, acting, rapping. I mean, you know,
Right.
I'll have to have you back on this season so you can share some of your music with us.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Anytime you need me, I'm putting up for sure. So it's love.
Thank
I appreciate your
you.
time. I wish you all the best, like you wish me.
Thank you.
And no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
I receive it.
Yeah,
I do.
as you
All
should.
right, honey. We'll
Blessings.
talk back
Always.
at you in a few weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.